Peace and blessings to all of God's children on this terrific, slightly overcast though, Tuesday morning. I figure I start here this morning as I go on my morning walk and pray. I have something to say that can bless many of you. It's a beautiful day, beautiful fall day in Nashville. That's the Archives building right here. I'm to the side of it right now, but as you get back with the skyline. You know, yes, I'm a 50s baby. I was born in the 50s, and if you really listen to us as children, now nothing applies to everybody, but most of the children, when they talk about being poor, now, I, like many of us, we were poor. But the thing of it was, we didn't know it. We were not even educated to think about some of the things that are before children now. Another thing was we spent a lot of time outside, matter of fact, our parents used to make us leave out, get out of the house, they needed a break, etc. Now, don't receive this as some complaint about what's going on now. See, we all have our times and seasons, as they speak of in Ecclesiastes. So that's not what I'm talking about. But I want to give you the gift of, as I used to hear the elders always say during their conversations when I could get around them, because, kids just wouldn't be sitting around watching, sitting among, elders or older people at that time. But like I said, it was a different protocol. I used to hear them say, ignorance is bliss. Now, what is bliss? Good question. Bliss is a elevated state of enjoyment. In other words, not having certain things to bother you, as you go about your affairs. Now, my life experiences personally, myself, is what you don't know is usually what kill you or bring you into harm. So it's sort of a contrast here with this, but we all know right now certain people who, I don't care how well you present the truth to them, facts. I mean, you can have whatever you want, documentation, scientific, forensic, however you want it, and you got it right there in front of your face and say, but this proves what you're saying is not correct. They're still denied, In government, they call it plausible deniability. You hear that term a lot. And in a bureaucracy, plausible deniability is, look, I ain't getting out there and even suggesting any type of accountability or responsibility in a certain thing. After all, I have a career that I have to make sure I keep popping up, getting the authority to sit here and play like or pretend like I don't see what's pretty much running over their feet sometimes, but I digress. As children, what we had during that time was a sense of connection. We live in times where we are inundated, just completely overwhelmed with information and facts. And we have very little time to study the practical applications needed in order for us to maximize the knowledge that we have acquired. So that's the difference in connecting and communicating. I want to say that there is a concept called being in it but not of it, and becoming aware of many of the things that you are, involved in. But the bottom line is, try to be conscious and always be mindful of how particular things are affecting you. And rather than seeing it as something opposed to, just sit there and try to study it, okay? Peace and blessings to all of God's people. One love.